Alright, so now we are going to do the exact same thing with these other shapes. We're finding the volume of these shapes. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to think of this in terms of its base shape. So first thing I want to do is I want to identify the base. So for this one on the left, I see this trapezoid, right? This trapezoid here. And for the one on the right, I've got a circle, right? That's our base shape. So our second step is going to be to find the area of the base. Okay, so the area of a trapezoid is going to be B1 plus B2 times the height of the trapezoid, all divided by 2. So that would be this side here, which is 7. And then this bottom side here, which is 3. And then the height of the trapezoid is going to be this one here, which is 3.5. And we add that together and multiply, divide by 2. So we've got 7 plus 3 is 10 times 3.5 divided by 2. So the area is 35 divided by 2, which is 17.5 square miles. So the next thing, our third step, is multiply by the third dimension. So our third dimension is going to be this dimension here. The one, do that in a different color. This dimension going this way, right? So we found the base, we found the area of this dimension. Now we got to see how deep that is, how much space that would take up by multiplying it by that dimension. So we would say, okay, well, the volume, I always call it the base shape times that third dimension, which I'm going to call height again. And even though we used it right there, we can use it again. That's okay. So the volume is going to be the base, which we just figured out right here is 17.5. Then we're going to multiply that by that third dimension. So that's this one here, which is 6 miles. So then we just go, okay, 17.5 times 6. And that gives us a volume of 105 cubic miles. That is the answer to the one on the left. All right, let's work on the one on the right now. So again, we're going to identify our base shape. We did that earlier. It's a circle here. So now we're going to find the area of that circle. Find the area of this base shape. So that's going to be pi times the radius squared. And our radius here is 3 yards. So that's going to be pi times 3 to the second power. So 3 to the second power is 9, so that's pi times 9 which gives us, doing that on a calculator, 9 times pi is 28.27 square yards. So now we need the volume, though. So now I'm going to take this. We need to multiply it by this third dimension here, right? So how many of these circles are we stacking on top of each other? So I'm going to say, okay, well, the volume of this is going to be the base shape times that third dimension, which we'll call height here. Makes a little bit more sense calling it height here because it's, how high are we stacking that? So the volume we just figured out is 28.27 square yards times the height, that third dimension, which is 7. So it's just a multiplication problem at this point for the calculator. So I'm going to say 28.27 times 7, and we'll get approximately 197.92 cubic yards. So that would be our answer to that last problem there.